Hi guys, it's me again, I'm Dan and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing my Match Week 2 review. So, it's been an interesting week for Sunderland this week. We've had two games, one away, one at home. And they were very tight games, both of them. And yeah, there's a lot to go into. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. So on Tuesday night we had Burton away, and basically the majority of that performance for us was just us not being clinical enough. We did not take our chances. It didn't really click for us on Tuesday night, and we had 20 shots with 7 on target and we didn't score any. Whereas Burton had 12 shots with 1 shot on target, and they scored their 1 shot on target and won the game 1-0. So that was quite frustrating for us. Yeah, so that's really unfortunate. So going into the details of a few chances, I think two that really stood out for us as being really annoying and things that we need to work on is that McGeady and Stewart both tried to chip the keeper when they were throwing goal, and it just didn't really work. Like, there was no point in doing that. They should have just stuck to the basics and just tried to score basically, but they just tried something too clever and it just didn't work out for us. That's already 2 occasions where we could have taken opportunities and scored more goals than Burton did, and it just, obviously it didn't work out that way. Burton scored their goal in the second half, 66 minutes in. It was a really excellent strike from Smith, and that was their goal to win them the game. After that, Lee made a couple of changes. He brought on Pritchard and Broadhead, the new young player from Everton that we signed. They looked alright. Broadhead especially looked like he actually was trying to get into some good positions, but I don't think Pritchard's as fit as he could be, and I think he'll get better as the season goes on because his fitness will increase. After the goal, we obviously did try to push and get an equaliser, and we did create a lot by the end, and we obviously did score in added time, but it was ruled offside, and I think for me it was just about offside, but either way it was a 1-0 to Burton, so we just got to move on. And from there, we had to just try and focus on the Wimbledon game. So in that Burton game, I'm giving our performance a 5 out of 10 because although we lost the game, I think we did a lot in the game and we created some decent opportunities, but because we didn't take them and we ended up losing the game, I can't give us any higher than a 5 out of 10. So then we moved to Saturday and played Wimbledon at home. I did go to this game because obviously it's a home game. I'm going to go to as many, if not all, of the home games. Yeah, so we played Wimbledon. The first thing I want to point out was that the referee was like one of the worst I've seen. I think he was constantly making awful decisions, and I think by not long into the second half he just totally lost the game from his grasp, and he just was totally not a fair referee in the slightest. I think there was one thing where the ball went out obviously off the Wimbledon player and the throw was given to them. I don't understand how the referee can see it that way, but there was a bunch of tackles. I think Flanagan tackled and got the ball first and then caught the man after, and the ref gave him a yellow card, which I don't understand. And then he went over and gave Lee Johnson a yellow card from complaining instead of just trying to get on with the game at that stage. And then little things like not playing advantages when they could have, or not allowing quick free kicks, things like that just doesn't sit right with me, and it just gets on my nerves. Obviously, a lot did happen in the game which we can be happy about. I think, going into details of how we played, I think first half, it was another game where we didn't get into the game very quickly, and it ended up making us struggle for the majority of the first half. But I do think that, for me, at half-time, I was sitting thinking, well, this game's got 0-0 written all over it. Neither side created much in the first half. Both us and Wimbledon didn't look very dangerous. I think in terms of Sunderland, I think we just sort of letting chances pass us by a little bit, and it just felt very similar to the Burton game. But going into the second half, we started to look better. We created more quality in the game, and we looked better. Then we got the goal 64 minutes in. It was Carl Winchester, and it could have been an own goal. I wasn't actually sure until I looked into it a bit more whether it was actually put down as an own goal, but it wasn't. It was put down as Carl Winchester's goal. He earned that goal. Although it was a deflection and it wasn't the smoothest goal I've ever seen, he had an excellent performance in the Wimbledon game, and I think he totally earned it. So fair play to him. In terms of some other players I thought did well, I thought all of our back line did well. Obviously Winchester was playing at right back anyway, but I thought Flanagan and Doyle looked solid at centre back, and Dan Neil, although he's looked like he can get caught out at left back, and I know it's not his actual position, so it's not that big a deal. But today, he actually, even at left back, I thought he did a comfortable job for us, and fair play to him for actually doing that in a position which he's not actually supposed to be playing in. And I think Patterson, he's done a great job in goal. I think there's been a number of times already this season, including in pre-season, where he's come in and just sort of, he's done a job for us in goal. And from now, if I'm going to see Patterson in goal, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's a good choice. Like, that's a good decision. I think he's actually earned a start in the Blackpool Cup game on Tuesday, so I would hope to see possibly him get that. If he doesn't, I wouldn't think too much of it, because he's obviously quite young, and Burge is obviously going to be classified as the number one because he's not a young player. But on top of those, I think Pritchard and Embleton had decent games in midfield, especially second half once we got back into the swing of the game. They were both helping to push the play forward. I think Luke O'Nien had a little bit of an off day, but I just want to mention him anyway because I think his attitude and work ethic on the pitch is just absolutely incredible. I think his shoulder popped out again, I think, in the game, and he could have just been like, I've had a bad day, so I'm just gonna stay off. But he didn't. They popped it back in, and he just went straight back on the pitch, and that is just incredible. And I have tons of respect for Luke O'Nien. Fair play to him for actually going back on the pitch and saving us a substitution. Though I think those players in particular were the ones that stood out for me. There was a lot that I've named there, so I feel like we obviously could have gone on to do better in that game. Second half, we could have even won that game by 3 or 4 goals. But I think with the first half, it probably 1-0 was a fair reflection of the whole game. So yeah, we won the game, we got the 3 points in the end, and that is ultimately what it comes down to. So I'm going to be rating that performance a 7 out of 10. So there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this Match Week 2 review. If you did, please leave a like and drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts were on this match week for Sunderland, if you're a Sunderland fan, or how you thought your club did this week. Also, please subscribe if you are enjoying my videos. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. So that's leave a like, drop a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!